This turkey isn't what it seems. That's because it's not actually a raw bird, but a meticulously decorated cake. Sarah Hardy makes incredible, realistic cakes and chocolates completely by hand. From realistic chocolate fossils to severed head cakes, her work is often creepy and incredibly lifelike. Her turkey cake is made from 4 layers of sponge, covered with a bright pink buttercream icing. This icing helps give the bird its realistic pink skin tone. So how do you get into making these shocking cakes?
I was an artist and I went to art school, and one of the ways that I paid my way through my exhibiting years was to make waxwork figures for museums. And we travelled around and made displays of battle scenes, and I mean, a lot of the work that I was doing was travelling. It was also using chemicals that I didn't want to use when I was pregnant. So I stopped. I did go a bit bonkers because I stopped working. And then once I had kids and they grew up a little bit, I could start making them cakes, and I couldn't help but start making sculpted cakes for them. So that's where it started, and then it just got slightly weirder and weirder. You know, we all know what cake is, why not change it and just have a bit more of a laugh? When you're buying a chocolate or a cake, you tend to be giving it to someone as a present. So it's someone, you want to give them an experience, not just a taste experience. You can give them the experience of surprise and a little bit of joy as well. But most of the ideas are just things that I love. So I'm interested in natural history, internal organs, historical artifacts, and if I like it and I think it's cool, I'll make it edible.
The process of making one of these intricate cakes can take days and would cost over $600 to order.
Most of my work is highly realistic, so it looks like something else, and the idea is that there's a moment where you're not quite sure. I just wanted to shock people whilst giving them pleasure, because I mean, a cake is always going to taste nice, but it's always good to give them a question what they're looking at.
Once the cake is fully shaped and coated in icing, small dots of marzipan are placed all over. When the final layer is added, these give the impression of plucked skin. The final layer is a thin sheet of marzipan. It's draped over the cake and then worked carefully to add fine details. Once it's all in place, the finishing touches are ready to be added. String is tied around the legs, and the details are painted on in food dye. A syrup glaze is even used to baste the turkey and give it that shiny appearance. And once all that's finished, it's ready to serve. Sarah sells a range of her amazing chocolate work through her website, and if you want to make your own turkey cake, there's even a tutorial available on the site too.